back in our bedroom with Bedroom Talk. And last were discussing about equal pay for women. And, but now we were going to talk about our jobs going overseas.
Yeah, we've been talking the last couple of times about things on the Democratic platform, so we figured we should cover something on the Republican platform. And one of the big items was claims that Donald Trump has had that our jobs are going overseas, particularly manufacturing jobs, and that he would have a proposal to bring those back, and he was going to bring manufacturing back. So it is true. Jobs have gone overseas. I went and looked it up. I think it was since the year 2000 that 59,000 factories have gone overseas. So that's a lot of jobs. I don't know how big those factories are, but if you're one of those workers, you understand that's. And so he has a proposal that basically would say you can take their jobs overseas where there aren't as many regulations. The labor rates are much cheaper. They don't pay benefits. They don't enforce environmental things, or they don't even have environmental things, which is kind of bad for everybody, except for the workers that get paid more sometimes.
Overseas.
Overseas. So his thing was, but when you try and bring your products back into the United States, we're gonna put basically protectionist tariffs on them and charge you more, so that people that are doing the manufacturing here have something close to balanced uh, thing, balanced wages. So that's that makes sense and may work. Uh, we can talk maybe a little bit later about how well it would work. I want to share some personal stuff on that though, because it's not just manufacturing that's going overseas. We all know things like if it can be handled over the phone, it goes overseas, right? We even have even have commercials that mock it. Hello, this is Peggy. uh, when I'm at work, if I need technical support, I call Kuala Lumpur and talk to Muhammad.
Oh, well, even with your phone company.
Yeah. No kidding. And then after 2 days of not getting it fixed, I go, you need to call John downstairs, the guy I used to walk down and talk to, and have him come up and fix my computer, which is what happens. But hey, I work in design and engineering, and it's really hit us. All of our competitors and us have opened up offices overseas in China and India, and
Brazil.
we're hiring people over there, getting paid much less than us here, and then they're laying off workers here. And we actually had a meeting just the other day with one of the higher ups in the company. He was saying, our competitors are doing a much better job of that than us. They have offices with 500 designers and engineers overseas, and we're going to need to do more of that. So more American jobs going away, hiring engineers overseas, and the only guys that are left here are the guys that are willing to go overseas and supervise them, which is what I did last year. I guess it wasn't really direct supervisor, but I was working with design centers in India, 2 in India and 1 in China, that were doing the stuff that we used to do here in order to build a plastics plant in the United States. And then, last couple of months of my job, they went, we need to do more cutting here. And they brought a guy over from India, and I got to train him, and then they laid me off. So is it happening here? Yeah. Is it happening? Is it affecting people? Yeah, a lot. I don't know how you solve that one, because you don't get to put tariffs on intellectual property and design that goes overseas. And companies will find ways around that to open up offices overseas. So it's a big issue, and it's really affecting things. And I find it's affecting the quality. It's easy to say, oh, they're not as good as us, but they're not.
Let's be honest.
Well, there's just difference in way things are done, and difference in culture, and difference in experience. Most of them are brand new graduates, and most of them in my field, most of the guys have 40 years experience
Mm-hmm.
because that's just the way the
They're
industry
just
works.
not training them here anymore either.
So yeah, they're not training them here, and they're graduating 80,000 engineers in China a year. So it's a big problem. I don't know if Trump's solution would solve it, but at least it's giving it some attention. It's eating us up. So that's my summary of that issue. We can talk a little bit about what we'll do for manufacturing, maybe another one. So, all right, we'll talk to you again next time. Good
Good
night.
night.